Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am about to try something for the very first time, and I thought, why don't I turn my camera on and just show you what I'm going to attempt to do. I keep putting this off because there's 101 ways, maybe 100,001 ways to do freeform crochet. And because I want to just get it to something I like right away, I hesitate because I'm like, I don't know. And then I thought, the only way I'm going to figure out how I like to do it is by just starting to do it. You can go on Google and look up freeform crochet, and you're going to see all different kinds of things. Beautiful artwork, and then all the way down to just weird shaped designs, which is what I'm going to start with. My goal would be that if I can get the hang of this, I would love to do some freeform crochet that would end up looking somewhat like the doodles that I used to do on camera. If you're not familiar with that series, I have a playlist link and I will put it in the description of this video. And it's all in fast speed to music. You see me do some doodling. All right, so I'm going to just do this, and I have looked at just a few, maybe 3 or 4 different women who do different things. Some do like just a continuous piece. That's probably what I'm going to start with, just so I can play with different things. I'm not going to make anything too big. Others will make all odd pieces and then connect them, sort of like my mosaic Afghan that I work on, only the pieces are really, really odd. And then there's people who do actual art, and it's just amazing to me. And it's a very good way, I would imagine, to use up scraps. And I'm recording this way. You know why? Because I can't have the camera between me, because usually the camera's here and it's hard for you to see, right in front of me, and my arms are around it, and then I'm trying to crochet, and it's very hard, and I want this to be relaxing and fun. If you know how to crochet, you're going to understand what I'm doing, and if you don't know how to crochet, maybe you still will just have fun watching a little bit of this. So my plan is to just get started a little bit, and then I might shut the camera off and do a few more things. From what I've seen, most people who do the style that I'm about to do with just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. They seem to be working all in the round, like not turning their work. I might be turning my work. I also saw one woman that as she works, she'll leave big empty spaces, like holes in her work. And that was pretty cool too, but I don't plan on doing that this time. And some say you can start like circular, or you can start with a chain, and then you just start, making the shape different as you go. I think I'm going to start with a chain. So I'm just going to chain a little bit. Oh, and the other thing is, I don't know how I'm going to feel about all the ends that have to be tied in. I'm almost thinking of leaving some really long ends because I'm going to want to be changing colors often. I might leave some very long ends, and I might find a way after the fact to just weave those through where the yarn would show, and it would become part of the art. I don't know. I think that's a possibility. Anything goes. And I certainly don't want to be cutting a lot of yarn short because I might need that color again. So I'll be like probably working with a bunch of yarns, different colors. I have no clue how to do this right now. And just getting that all tangled up. I don't know, right? We're going to see. So I'm just going to chain any number. I don't know how much. I don't care. And I know one woman did single crochet, half double, and double. I like to join very tall stitches. Like if I were to do treble, and I'm using US terms, if I were to do treble, double treble, triple treble, I don't want a lot of spaces, so I would be doing the joined kind that I do. It's like Tunisian crochet. And of course, I would show you that too. But I'm going to start right now with just maybe some single crochet and maybe some half double. I don't know. And I want this to not really be straight. It's going to either be, you know, crooked, or I'm going to add, I don't know if they call it an arm, adding arms, I don't know. It's just going to be all over the place. So let me just do some single crochets here. And I'm going to make it curve a little bit, so I'm going to put 2 in this spot. And again, I have no clue what I'm doing. Maybe I'll do 2 in this spot too, just because I can. And then let's just go to the end. And I'm going to do my thing where I'm going to get rid of this knot in this bigger space where we do our slip knot. So I'm going to go, I showed you that in a video just a little bit ago, in a crochet tip video. I'm just going to go in those last 2 stitches. I'm going in this one, and then I'm going to come out this one, and now I'm going to do a single crochet. And that's going to give me a nice corner, and then I'm going to continue now around this, you know, the other side of my chain. And again, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I do know that we want to lay it down often to make sure it's not like all puffy and, you know, starting to get bunched up in places. So now I'm just going to put a single crochet somewhere. I plan on using different size hooks as needed. I plan on using different size yarns. Maybe not in this first little practice piece, but definitely later. And I think I'm going to have fun with it. Now I do have a scrappy Afghan in the works. I will be showing that to you soon. And I also have my mosaic Afghan. You've been seeing that one as I go, and I'm going to continue making some of those. I might do different kinds, and if you like crochet, stick with me. But I also want to do some of this stuff. Now, I'm just going to go around and do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I could just do single crochets, and maybe I'm going to do a decrease here. It really can look cool. But there's some of it that I think is cooler than other things. Of course, I appreciate anything anyone does. But, you know, we have our own styles, and I don't know if I should already change a color. And I know it's probably going to frustrate you that you don't see what I'm doing, but I will be showing you. Right now, I'm just crocheting and talking to you. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to already take off and put an arm on it. I'm sure that's not the right way to say that. Oh, and I'm running out of this already. Okay, so I'm just going to chain. Let's just do a little arm, and then I'm going to work single crochets back down to that, to the piece. Just going to single crochet in each chain that I just made. And should I put another one right there? See, I don't know what I should do there. I'm going to put another one. I think I'll do that right there. And then I'm going to put a single crochet again back down here. And I guess I'm going to work in under the full V. So we have a little arm sticking out. And again, I don't know if I should just continue in this direction or if I should turn and do. I really think I'd like to turn because I would be able to change colors, I think, more often by doing that. I don't know. I won't turn right now. So maybe I should just keep crocheting, and maybe let me do like a bump. I'm going to, go from single to half double. I'm going to do another half double. Let me do a double. Let me, I'm running out. I didn't want to, okay, I don't want to run out of yarn on a tall stitch, because the invisible join will be easier if it's not a tall stitch. So I just took all that apart. Let's do single. I'm going to do a half double, and then I'm going down back to a single and a single. And I'm just going to come in with another color. And there's not much of this either. But I do have a lot of yarn. So I'm just going to go through with my new color. And I'm going to just continue going around. Whoops. I know it drives some people crazy to just, they have no interest in watching somebody just do something without knowing what they're doing first. They want tutorials, but I don't always feel like teaching, right? Sometimes I just feel like doing this, and I like to encourage people to just try stuff. It's only frigging yarn. Okay, I'm flat enough. I don't know what the hell I'm making, but I'm a little bit flat enough. All right, so let's just not get too fancy right now. I'm just going to, I think maybe I'll do a decrease here. I'm going to go up this bump. I think what they call the type that I'm doing is like a blob or something like that. Now, I kind of wish I would have done a couple of increases there. Maybe when I go back around, I can do that. I'm going to go single crochet, and then I feel like I'll do a half double in that same stitch. Huh? How about we go wild like that? And then I'm going to do a half double next to it, and then I'll do a single. That might keep it nice and rounded so it lays flat. And let's just do singles. Oh, I got my little arm coming up. All right, I'll do a single here. Let's do a single going up the arm, and then I might make the arm a little longer. We could try that. We could try that. Arm a little longer. So I'm going to, this is where I could switch to my smaller hook, which I will do right now, just because it's a little bit tighter right there at the top of that arm. And I don't know exactly where to go. I'm just going to shove it somewhere. Okay, single crochet. Now I'm going to chain a few. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to single crochet down that, and I should go back to my other hook. I'm going to do it as loose as I can. And then there, I don't know, I guess I'm going to just go like that. That might work. Let me switch to the other hook again. Doesn't matter what size hook I'm using. I happen to be using a K and I. But you're going to do what you want to do. I kind of would like to be working just in the back V, because then it would leave that line. I like lines. I like texture. I like lines. But I don't know. Okay, I'd like to, I don't know, maybe change the color and then come back with the rest of this purple in a little bit. Maybe, can I do that? Let's do it. That's the only way I'm going to learn how to, do things. That's the way I can find out if I like what I'm doing. I don't know. There's no learning how to do this. You just do it. All right, so I'm putting another color in. I'm just pulling it through. And I'm just going to leave that purple there. And I'm going to leave, everything there. And let's see, maybe I can start making, I'm going to do a decrease here, I think. So I'm just going to go in 2 different stitches and then pull through all of that. Let's get a little taller. So I'm going to do single, half double. I'm going to do a joined double, so I'm just going to put the hook there in my stitch and then pull through, and that's going to be, instead of yarning over, and then there and pull through, and then I'm going to make like a double, and again I'm just putting my hook anywhere you feel like it, pull through, and that's going to join them. And there's another double. Oh my god, I'm already liking this. I made like a funny little elephant or an anteater. And I'm sorry if I'm not like on camera, like maybe I should be. Okay, so then I'm going to go shorter now. I'm going to do a half double. And then I'm going to do a single in this purple guy and another single here. Now I'm going to leave that alone, and maybe no. I'm gonna go to another color. Let's do brown, and then I'll probably shut the camera off and do a few rounds all on my own, and then show you. Oops, I want to go through, do the final one with the brown. And how about I do single? I'm going to do another single there because I'm going around a curve. Single. Let's do half double with the single. Let's do half double here. I don't join half doubles. It's usually doubles and higher that I join them. And let's do another half double here. Now I'm going to do a double crochet. So I'm going to, instead of yarning over, I'm going to go under something in that half double that I just did. And then like that. And then I'm going to do that again. And there. Is it needing? I'm going to do that in this same stitch too. It seems to be needing to be doubled up, increasing, so that it will lay flat. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to a half double. I'm going to decrease a stitch right here, and I'm going to do it as a single. Oh my goodness, how am I ever going to get anything else done now that I have this in my life? Okay, I'm coming around a corner, so I'm going to increase again. And it's a good time. I could make another little arm, right? Oh, I could have done that over here. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do a little tiny arm. 1, 2. I guess I'll just put a stitch there. I'll put a stitch there. I'm just going anywhere now. I don't care anymore where I go. There. That's a nice little arm, right? And then I'm going to do a couple tall stitches again. So let's go with a half double and a double in the same. Now I'm going to double connected. And now I'm going to do a treble. So I'm going to pull through somewhere in my brown and pull through somewhere else till I have 4 on my hook, and then I'm going through 2, through 2, through 2. Oh, this is so cool. I don't think I could ever do a doodle flower. That would be like impossible. Okay, I'm gonna do a half treble through 2, through all 3. And I'm just gonna keep going down shorter, making a shorter stitch. Let's do a double. Now I'm gonna do a half double. Oh, I will join that like that, half double. Am I getting a little too wavy? I don't think so. I guess I'll go, oh yeah, I have enough. I'm gonna go around this little arm with the brown. And it's just going to be single crochets, but I will have to, I need to get like an oatmeal container or something with a cover, cut a hole and put like a couple rocks, and then you could just pull your yarn out of that and the ball just flops around inside that can. But it's got to be heavy enough, and I've already planned that I can do that at AA. I can put it on the floor and take my balls of scrap yarn with me and do this shit at the meetings. Okay, so I'm just increasing in those 2 stitches. I'm going to increase. Oh, I did 2, and I'm going to do a chain, and then I'll do 2 more on this side. It's so incredibly freeing. I actually don't like that. It made a little spot of purple that looked weird. Like this doesn't look weird, but that looked weird. Okay, so I'm just going to do, yeah, I think I just got to do that. I didn't do the chain. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to start going taller again. So let me do a half double. Let me do a double, a joined double. I do talk about these stitches in my other videos, so it's not like I'm just not explaining anything to you ever. You have to go see my playlists. No, I think that was a half double. I don't know what I did. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do a double now. And then I'm going to do a half treble. I'm just going to have 4, and I'm going to pull through 2, pull through 3. I love manipulating. Okay, now look, we're back to where the purple was. So, when you have little balls of yarn, you can easily keep them from tangling up. Like I can just push this one over on that if I need to or whatever. And they make spools. Is that what it's called? And you can, wind, I'm not even showing you, a bunch of yarn around it, and it holds there, and then you just take it apart. You take yarn off it as you need it, but it doesn't just all unravel on its own. Okay, so I'm going to carry this yarn over. I want to use, but I need a shorter stitch. I don't like joining on a tall stitch. So I'm going to just do a half double. I wish I could. Okay, I'm backing up a little bit. I didn't plan on using the purple yet, so I want some not so tall stitches. I want to come in, I'll leave that half double there, single, and I'm going to pull the purple up. through that. That makes sense right there. And now I'm going to go on the green with the purple. I don't know, guys. I don't know what we have so far. I just know it might look a little bit bumpy, but we have all those ends down there too. I'm going to keep on with the purple. And I'd like to keep, I think, that valley going down, so I'm going to decrease. I'm going to just put my hook through 2 stitches and do that. Don't you love my instructions? If you know how to crochet, I think you know what I'm doing. Wishful thinking. Okay, so I'm going to do some increases, but I don't want too many increases. Now, where's that brown that's back there? I'm thinking that I could carry yarn too. I could like be crocheting over the brown to bring the brown to a different place. I'm telling you, there's just so many things that can be done. So many. And that's what I love, experimenting with stuff. This is so up my alley. I wish I would have known about these things way back when I was a drunk. Would have given me something to do while I let my hangovers go away. Let's see. Hangovers were the worst thing ever. Alright, I'm still just doing single crochet. I'm not doing slip stitches because we know that doesn't look good on the back. Not to me. I don't like it. But I saw one woman glue, with actual tacky glue, whatever her shape was, she put it down like on a sheet and cut around. She traced around the sheet and then cut that out and then glued that backing to this and just left all of her ends loose like that and just backed it. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of ways to do things. But like I said, I might play with, I actually think I would have more ideas if my tails were very, very long, because maybe I would like to take this and then just kind of like go in and out and make like just a line with a needle, not crocheting it in. I just think that would be so cool. I'm not going to do it with this practice piece, but we'll be doing that. I'll be coming up with all kinds of things that I want to do. Okay, I might make another little arm. I don't have too much yarn of this with this piece, but let's go here and let's make a little arm. And I'm just going to crochet, and I'm coming back down, and I guess I'm just going to always go in that stitch. I don't know. I think I'm doing okay. I kind of like that. And I really think I'm going to like turning and going, I don't know. I just know that I am absolutely loving this. Alright, maybe I'll make a taller. I'll do a half double. Now I'll do a joined. Oops! Why do I always want to do that when my yarn is getting short? Okay, I'm going to need another color, so I'm just going to do a single, and I'm going to join. Do we want this again? Just maybe even for a little bit? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe let's do this color. Let's do that. I don't want to turn this camera off. I have 1 minute on the card. Hang on. I had to go get some of the footage off my card because I was running out of memory. So I ended up editing the beginning of this video, which was almost 30 minutes long. While that was uploading, I thought I would continue. And I have continued a little bit. I added more stuff. And I know my angle isn't good. I was always like higher up than I should have been with my hands. We're going to figure this all out. We just got to be patient. And I like this so far. It's pretty flat. You know, the edges are going to curl up and stuff, but this is what I have done so far. And now I just changed colors again, and I'm going to be going around this, and then when I come here, you know, this isn't going to be like this. It's got to be like this. So I'm just thinking that I'm going to do a lot of decreasing. I think that's what I'm going to do here. So let me go around probably with just single crochets. I don't know, I might make this arm a little bit longer. And I have pink right now. And so let me go around, and when I get to here, we're gonna figure that out together. See, it looks like that. So I'm getting down to, you know, here. I can do some single crochets here, but then right here there's a little curve. So I'm going to decrease there, and then I might do a couple more single crochets, but then I think I'm going to decrease here and here, and then go back up. So let's see. I just don't want to have to do a lot more editing, and it's going to take me forever to upload this to YouTube when it's a longer video, but let's just do this together, I guess. So I'm just going to continue with single crochets until I get to, let's see, I think I'll do a decrease right there. And maybe 2 or 3 more single crochets. It's just a matter of you keep checking. I'm going to do a decrease right there. I'm going to do a decrease right there. I have no clue if this is going to work or if this is how anyone does it. And maybe a decrease here, maybe not, but let's do one. And then I'm going to lay it down. Let me do a couple single crochets just to see what we've got going on. Okay, I think that might be too much decreasing. No, I think that's going to be okay. Oh, it's very messy though. I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to do a different kind of decrease because that's messy. And I've never decreased by, let's see. Can I go like in 4 stitches? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've never done that, but it might look a little neater. Let's see, we'll just do some single crochets here. I think I like that better. And it's kind of flat, starting to look, I don't know, like maybe a cactus or something. But then when we come on, on the next round, then that can be decreased again. Okay, I think I'm going with that. And I really need to stop. I'm just going to keep working on it. And I'll come back in when I have, more done. But right now I want to get the video ready. I'm trying to see how I can best show this to you. Oh, this way maybe. I don't know. I really like it. And I didn't know about this yellow. This yellow is very bright. And I would have loved to have some in there. But I would have liked to have a little bit of it here. I kind of, in the way, hate to start the yellow now. But I could as it gets bigger. And I don't know. A lot of them just leave them whatever weird shape. They try to like fill in some spaces. But I would like to be able to do this. But to make it square after, and I would love to make tote bags like this. 2 crocheted panels, or at least one crocheted side. The other side could be denim. Doesn't have to be all just the crochet, and then have it lined. I don't know, I just think that would be really cool. It would be fun to do this, but I'm going to try to figure out a way. Well, it's just like with my mosaic quilt. I'm going to have links for you in the description. Go look at all this other stuff that I'm talking about. You can just make taller stitches, and and it can come out about as square as you want. And I could have like a paper cut to the size I want, and then I could just, lay it on top of the paper and say, okay, I need a straight edge here and stuff like that. This is very fun. I'm very happy that I'm trying it, but I am going to stop now so I can get this ready to upload, and I will come back and do some more with you if you don't mind, and we'll see where it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye.